accusing New York Governor Andrew Cuomo's administration of targeting his group with document requests and a subpoena trying to intimidate him. His group is responsible for exposing corruption in federal programs Obamacare and claims political retribution has become standard for Democratic Party leaders and our president. Joining us now, the Project Veritas founder and president, James O'Keefe. James, good to have you here.
Great to be here.
These are very serious charges that you're making. They are very serious allegations being made against Dinesh D'Souza, as we reported. It seems disproportionate to what, if the act were true, why it would be a felony charge. The list goes on. IRS targeting of conservative groups. Specifically, why do you think that you're being targeted by the New York State government?
Well, Cuomo had said in the recent days that conservatives should not be welcome in New York, they should leave.
Right.
And we are a group of citizen journalists. Project Veritas is a movement of citizen journalists. We have a small nonprofit with under $1 million budget. And we got a subpoena in the last week or so asking for all financial records going back 3 years, all documents related to every single financial transaction that has happened. So it seems suspicious to me, with all the fraud, the waste, the abuse, the pensions funds in New York State, that they would come after a group like mine. To
what end are they coming after you, alleging what?
It's unclear. They want all records, all financial information. We're journalists, so we have sources that go undercover. We do undercover work, and we try to protect the anonymity of our sources. This is in the Department of Labor in New York State. It could be an unemployment issue or unemployment workers' compensation issue, but they're asking for all records, not just
Have your attorneys asked them what they're doing?
In fact, in December, they asked us to show up December 13th, but the state of New York did not show up. We went through an audit with the IRS last year. We found to be fully compliant. So we're willing to cooperate with the state of New York, but we do think it's a little bit suspicious. The timing is suspicious, particularly because we're journalists that they're coming after us right now.
They're coming after you, but within the definition, the Governor Cuomo laid it out. I mean, everyone in New York who is a Catholic, and that is several million folks, would be also unwelcome in New York. He's trying to walk back his claims, but you think that he was really articulating a mission for his government, his administration?
It appears to be the case. In our case, it's not just words. These are an actual subpoena. I have to show up in court next week. And I think it's really striking, not just with Dinesh D'Souza, but I've been through this before. In the state of Louisiana, I was brought up on charges I was cleared of, and my private information was leaked to the media in that case. And there was an incident in New York where there was an audit done in New York State of some other individuals, and their information was leaked to the New York Post by the state government. So I'm concerned that my information of my journalists are going to be leaked to the press if this audit takes place. And that's my major concern.
Other journalistic organizations should be concerned about what is happening to you, because they would, of course, I mean, if they can do this to you, they can certainly be subject to precisely the same efforts, if that is what this is, of intimidation, trying to chill the investigative process of journalists. What is the reaction from other journalistic organizations?
That's a good question. The main debate is about whether I'm a journalist or not. They are trying to define me as an activist, and if they can make that definition stick, then they would argue that I don't really have the same journalistic protections. And this is a very fundamental point.
So you're saying then that whoever is the arbitrator of what is a journalist, they're dismissing the activism of the New York Times, for example.
That's right.
Is that correct?
That's right. And this is a major important point in our democracy. What is journalism? Because if they are able to define journalism, then they can take away the rights of people like me and my citizen journalists.
Yeah, those are two powerful words, citizen and journalist. To see any citizen trampled on by government for any reason is always disturbing, and we're going to follow the case carefully. Thanks for being here, James. We wish you all the best. We'll be, as I say, with you all the way.